Welcome to Old Drunken Discography, and this is What is Spinning, where we give our first impressions and/or review new album releases. I'm Jason, and today with me we have Tim and
How's it
Will.
going?
We are discussing the Foo Fighters, but here we are. So who wants to start? Nobody wants to.
Uh, well, I guess we got to start with rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. We got to start with rest in peace, Virginia Grohl. It's been a rough year for the Foo,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually have the vinyl, and on the back it says for Virginia and Taylor.
and you can hear it lyrically. Obviously, both are referenced quite a bit. I only gave this one listen today. I will definitely be listening to it again. First impression is it's definitely better than Medicine at Midnight. Um,
Yeah.
and there was probably like two songs on here I thought were like really good songs. The rest of it I think were the Foo Fighters, and if you put them on shuffle, I couldn't tell you what album some of them were from.
That's a fair statement. I'm the same way. Um, I think this is the best album since Wasting Light. I was not a
I'm not sure if I
fan.
can go that far.
I wasn't a fan of Concrete, and I don't care for Sonic or Medicine. Are there any
Dude,
more
how many
between those?
records? How many records have they put out? Honestly, like I
Lot.
Yeah,
I think the last one I heard about was Waking Light. That was the last one I actually like knew existed.
that was
There's
like
been
2011.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, they put out a couple of them since then.
Yeah, and then after that one was
Sonic,
the Sonic Highways.
which was ugh.
I mean, I liked the video, the TV
Oh
show,
yeah, that was
yeah,
great.
yeah.
songs behind it,
I
and
like the concept.
yeah, great concept. Yeah, some of the songs are pretty good, but I couldn't really like tell you what they are off the top of my head right now. Uh, but yeah, that was probably the this. That was pretty good. It's no wasting light, and I wonder if this new one is as good as Sonic Highways.
It is for me. Like I
Okay,
this is like a mid. If we were to rank them, we haven't done Foo Fighters yet, but it would be like
right.
in the middle, toward a little bit closer to the front than.
For the record, how many albums do they have? Like
We're in the teens now, I think,
the
at this point,
teens?
right?
Okay, all right.
Self-titled, Color, There's Nothing Left to Lose, One by One,
One by
In Your
one,
Honor, Echo,
wasting
Silence,
light.
Patience, and Grace.
Oh yeah, that one. I always forget about that one.
Which
Are
I
we
think
counting Skin and Bones?
no.
The okay.
Yeah, then it's
Then they had
Wasting Light.
Concrete and Gold,
No,
Medicine at Midnight.
Jesus.
Are we counting the DGs? Are we counting the Black Widow or whatever the Probot sequel that came out was?
no. I think this is their 10th or 11th.
Mm,
I think.
They got a lot of
God,
stuff.
that's a
As you
big.
can see, we do a lot of preparation for our reviews. um,
Well, okay, so
It's
I've
okay.
fallen off the Foo Fighters train now twice. They like I was a huge fan when they came out. Obviously, being a teenager, came out when I was in high school. Being a drummer, I owned a 4 track at that point, so I was really getting into like one person recordings. And that first album was really awesome. And then, of course, Color and the Shape, huge album, great album. And then Learning to Fly came out or whatever, and they kind of lost me on that album. That was kind of a weak
that's
album. And
Will.
then,
Will and
um,
I just had this discussion before we started recording.
That's actually my favorite Foo Fighters record. There's
so
nothing
that's where
left to
I
lose.
first got off the
So,
train.
I mean, I didn't really pay attention after that though, so that's fair.
Well, and I stuck around and checked out more stuff. I liked to a One by One. I thought that was the one that they did coming off of the Queens of the Stone Age album
Have you
that
ever
Dave.
heard the original recording of that?
I would
Um,
love to, and I think I've heard like one or two songs, but I'm pretty sure I have not heard the whole thing.
yeah,
But I would love to.
he released it for free on something, and it was like so much better than what came out. Like it was raw. It was so good.
Yeah, so I mean, I liked that album though, and then they kind of lost me again. I was still checking it out, but nothing was grabbing me. Then Wasting Light, I definitely got back on the train. I really liked that album. I liked, and Sonic Highways. It was a cool TV show. I was back on the train, and then the last couple albums I got off again,
I think
and I
Concrete and
feel,
Gold. The only thing about it was like, hey, look, Paul McCartney's on it.
yeah, I don't even think I listened to that album. And I listened to Medicine at Midnight once and was easily like knew exacgly where that would rank in the discography.
Yeah, that's
It's
about where I'm at with that one.
bottom of the barrel.
Okay, so hey guys, how about this record? How is it?
All right, let's.
I've skimmed it. I don't know. You tell me.
I took.
I liked Nothing at All and The Teacher.
Okay.
Those are really good songs. Um,
I had
Beyond,
to drive to New Orleans, so I tortured my family with this and the new Rancid for like an hour of the drive. So
and I think it was maybe Show Me How, where Dave's daughter is singing with them. I thought that was a
yes,
really good song.
That's cute.
Um,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and it's a cool like touch. But yeah, like side A didn't do much for me.
really,
Yeah,
I
I
got
don't rescued.
Rescued is a great opening track. That's what I got. I like that one. I love the line "We're all
And that
free
was
to
the
some
first
degree
single,
to
right?
dance under the
Hmm.
lights."
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was the first single.
Yeah. What?
Well, I guess this makes sense because track two, Under You, reminds me of "There's Nothing to Lose, Left to Lose" era Foo with that light fuzz on the guitars. So maybe that's why you didn't like it.
Maybe. Yeah, and that was one of the thoughts I had too. Was like, I mean, God, how many people are in the band now? And there was no real personality coming from a couple of them. There was like the bass is just there, the guitars are just there. You can't even really tell who's doing what anymore, and
But
nothing sounded really inspired.
yeah, I mean Chris
Although
is
lyrically, it's obviously a very inspired album,
yeah Chris is just chilling. Like I mean, it's funny
adding texture.
if you ever watch that Fat Records documentary and it's got like Fat Mike and all these like punks and they're sitting in some rundown uh not rundown, but like modest house
A
talking, and then
punk house.
it cuts to like Chris Sheffett, and he's just like sitting by the pool, like people are bringing him drinks. He's talking about No Use for a Name.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a question. More so than other Foo Fighters records, which it might also have in common with other Foo Fighters records, by the way. Um, does this feel like a Dave Grohl solo album more so than a band effort?
I'd probably say no to that. It
No.
sounds like a
No.
band effort.
Okay.
It just sounds like they're all kind of on autopilot.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Okay.
sounds like a Foo Fighters album in 2023. Like it
Yeah.
just kind of the lyrics are a little deeper, but not. I don't know. This is a weird. That closing
About
track
halfway through
though.
what I felt like remember back in the day when you had your 5 disc CD changer and you could put in like the whole discography and shuffle the whole thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your Foo Fighters playlist, this will work really well on shuffle.
Okay. So like a random song pops up and you're like, oh yeah, and you enjoy
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
and
Unless
then
it's
you'll
the
forget what
title
album
track.
it's on. And,
If it's the title track, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's one
oh
by
yeah,
one.
yeah,
That's off one by one." Other than that, it's like it just sounds like a Foo Fighters song.
Mm.
If you like the
Word.
Foo Fighters, you'll like this album.
yeah, yeah. That's fair.
That closing track though is
That's a
that's
little
like
off.
yeah that I mean that's like straight up like Taylor, you know. Um, That waking up, had another dream of us in the warm Virginia sun. There, I'll meet you. Rest, you can rest now. Rest, you will be safe now. Rest, you will be saved now. Like that's
Well, and that
just.
applies to his mom
Well,
too,
yeah. I mean Virginia too, but
who's yeah, and they're from Virginia.
yeah.
There are references throughout the entire discography there, and I think maybe that's why it feels similar. I guess is because yeah, there is a lot of Nothing Left to Lose vibes. There's also yeah, kind of a Concrete and Gold meets
I wouldn't even say that. To,
Best of You.
like my notes is
Little
we are at
Senior on.
track 5 with the Glass, and again, this album hasn't bored me to tears yet, like the last few Foo Fighter records. So like it's a good Foo Fighters record, but it's just not their best. It's not their worst. It's above the worst by a lot, but it doesn't come close to the best.
I
It
think
just
that's a fair
goes.
assessment.
The uh the album
I
art
give it a
though.
7 out of 10.
We ever when we do the Foo Fighters album art, this one's gonna be pretty low. I mean, it's just everything is white on this record. Everything. The sleeve, white. The record, white. The
I mean,
lyrics,
that's a cool package.
Yeah, at
you
least
you
the
can't even read
record's
the
actually
lyrics.
white.
It's just white. The lyrics are there. Trust me.
You need a black light or
Yeah,
something.
it's cool,
I have a
but
Dead Cross record where the lyrics are printed backwards and in glow in the dark ink. So
oh,
you have
that's
to be
cool.
in a mirror and it's got to be glowing to read it.
It's
So does
awesome.
anybody have anything else to add to the Foo Fighters?
I give the Foo Fighters as a band a 10 out of 10. I haven't heard this record all the way through, so I can't give it an actual number.
Yeah, that's fair. One day we'll do the Foo Fighters, and then you'll have to listen to it.
I'm gonna be so worn out by the time
Jesus
we get
Yeah,
Christ.
to
you
this
know, I
record.
could see if you're not a fan and you're going through a discography, this would definitely be where the Foo fatigue.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
If you if
amen.
you
Ed.
haven't hit it already.
Yeah,
Ed
Yeah.
was the one who was like, "Yeah, we need to do the Foo Fighters." I'm just like, I like the Foo, but you could fit like my favorite Foo on like one CD probably,
I feel like
maybe
just doing
two.
the first 5 records might be okay, but like I don't know, or just picking 5 records to review even like that's a lot. Dang.
I think it'd be interesting. I think this one would be higher than some of the ones that people think of when they like the Foo. For me,
Mm.
same with Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace. I think that one's underrated. I actually like that one.
And that's one I don't even really remember listening to.
So yeah, one day we'll do the Foo Fighters whenever we have the time.
Oh, we'll put it on the list. But yeah, I mean this it wasn't a bad album. I will definitely listen to it again when I can give it like the proper stereo treatment and like pull up the lyrics. It's going to be a fun album to follow along with. But just first impression musically, it's decent.
Yeah, that's probably you could sum it up as it's decent.
It's better than Medicine at Midnight and probably better than Concrete and Gold.
Definitely better than Concrete and Gold. I
So it's
hate
been a
that
while.
record. That would be. I'm glad because if we were to rank them, it would be like backwards for me. So this one kind of like jumps a
I'd
bunch
have a
of them.
couple spoilers, but yeah, that's pretty close.
Will and I have cats. They're just constantly walking in the background.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hobbs has made his entrance a couple times.
All right, well that's it for this one. Like, subscribe, so you can get all this wonderful information. We're so knowledgeable, and yeah, let us know below if you want us to rank the Foo Fighters. Make us listen to, make Tim listen to Echo's say
Or
Patience
that
Silence.
I got one.
That
I got
fucking
one.
record.
Hey, make sure to leave your favorite songs from But Here We Are in the comments.
Ooh.
Ooh, there you go.
And join us in the Discord where we can talk all about all the awesome B-sides that came out during the first 2 albums.
Oh, yeah. See, I like In
Yeah,
Your Honor too. You were talking smack about In Your Honor, and I kind of like some of
It's
that
got some
too.
good stuff for sure.
I kind of like that one too. So,
Not
uh,
my favorite.
no, it's not my favorite either. I'm not gonna go that far, but it's definitely better than. Well, we'll get into that another
Okay,
day.
can I ask? Can I ask you guys one question before we sign off? Did you like this or the Rancid album more? Because I'm going to go with Rancid.
Yeah, I liked Rancid more.
I'm gonna say Rancid too because I like Rancid more than the Foo Fighters anyway.
Yeah, I mean my notes for Rancid is we got two comeback albums on the same day, because to me both of these albums are better than the past few albums both of these bands have put out. So it was a nice June 2nd. But yeah,
And then Queens of the Stone Age in 2 weeks.
yep, we'll listen to that one and put a video out for that, which will be interesting because I don't listen to Queens of the Stone Age, so it'll be a fresh take.
Dude, I really love
Nice.
that first record so much. Rated R. It's so
That's
good.
actually their second.
Oh, is it? Well, I
Yeah.
like that one a lot. I like Rated R.
Yeah, that is a great one for sure.
Well, if this new record's really good, maybe we'll cover their discography.
It's a
So
quick one. I think this is number 7.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
yeah, when you start saying 7 records is a quick one, and you're starting to run out of them low bands.
Oh, sure. No, for sure.
All right, like, subscribe, hit the little bell thingy, and we'll see you later.